Good morning and welcome to this 20-minute gentle practice to revive your morning and leave you feeling great for the whole day. I'm Ilona. If you haven't been here before, nice to meet you. And if you have, welcome back. This is going to be a gentle flow that's suitable for all levels, and I'll be offering some more advanced options in certain poses if you're looking to get a deeper stretch. But just really take it at your own pace and let your start to the day be soft. If you like this kind of video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you enjoy it, please do subscribe. We'll start today in a seated position. So just sit on your sitting bones. So you really feel balanced and tall, and you can have the legs out in front of you. If you like to, you can grab a cushion so that you don't feel that your spine is rounding too much. And take this moment now to arrive into your practice today. Allow yourself this small amount of time to be totally yours, not allowing your presence to be stolen by thoughts or distractions. Each time a new thought comes in, just say gently, "Not now," to that thought. And take another moment here to thank yourself for showing up today, and start to breathe a little slower and deeper. And staying with that breath here, just take the hands behind you and gently sway the knees side to side, opening up into the hips and the pelvis and the lower body, swaying all the way to one side and all the way to the other side. You might start to crawl forward a little bit on your mat, that's okay. Just using this simple movement to check in with your body, letting the knees come all the way over one way and then all the way over the other way. And then bring your feet out in front of you, however far away as you can, to find a nice tall spine. Feel like you're lifting your lower back away from the mat. And with an inhale, pull on the knees to squeeze the elbows in and open the chest for a cow spine, but we're in this seated position. As you exhale now, round the back, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, and start to move with your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And a couple more times, open up that chest. And exhale, round the back. Moving with your own breath. And one more. Good, and then you can bring your hands behind you. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. So you're making this figure of four shape. You can take your right foot as far away as you need to be able to get the foot across. And just feeling that stretch here. If you'd like the stretch to be deeper, you can draw your right foot towards you a little more. Find a bit of activation in that left hip to push the knee away from your face actively. And take a couple more breaths here, feeling that opening in the hip. And then you can even make this a bit of a heart opener as well by squeezing the shoulder blades together and opening up the chest, trying not to sink your weight back into the shoulders, but lifting your heart space forward and up. Good, and then you can gently bring that right foot underneath you and cross the left foot over top. So you're coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana. So just this little bind position with the leg. If that's not accessible for you, extend your bottom leg out. Otherwise, we're in this bind, sitting on both sitting bones and then wrapping the right arm around your left knee. So it's opposite arm to knee. And then twist around as far as feels good for you. Feel this nice pull in your pelvis, your hips. Breathing into your belly, into the space where you feel that twist, and into Any tension that you feel in your muscles, let it go with each breath. Keep coming back to yourself. Taking another inhale now. And as you exhale, turn back towards the top edge of the mat, uncross your legs and give your knees a big sway side to side. There's a squirrel saying hello outside the window. Okay, so now other side, crossing your right ankle over your left knee and crossing and flexing that right foot. So you're making that strong figure of four position, sending your right knee away from your face and really flexing your right foot. You can take the left foot further away from you if you need to, or closer in towards the body for more of a stretch. The more you can be active through this right leg, the more you'll feel that stretch. And then again, if it feels good, you can add a heart opener here. Even drop the head back if that feels okay for you. Puffing the chest up to the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades together. It might feel good to take a bit of movement side to side. Or if it's better for you, just stay in stillness, stay with your breath. Nice. Now from there, move into that half fish position. So your right foot is now crossed over your left thigh and your left heel is wrapped around under you. Only do this variation if you can sit on both sitting bones. If that's not comfortable, you can extend that bottom leg like we did on the other side. So just really change each pose to suit your own body. Lift tall now, wrap your left arm around your right knee and then reach back with your right fingers, coming into that twist and taking some full breaths here in the twist. A couple more. Another inhale. And as you exhale now, turn towards the top of the mat and just unwrap your legs. Bring yourself over into a nice strong tabletop position. Your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And start to feel a little bit of strength into your core muscles now. So lift your lower belly slightly towards your spine. And just feel that strength in your tabletop. We've got two options here. You're either going to reach your right toes back and just tuck them under behind you for option one, or if you'd like to play with your balance and maybe find a bit more strength here, then extend your right leg back and float it up off the floor. Now we'll bring the right hand to the center of the mat and we're going to take a thread the needle here. So if at any point you need to bring that back foot down, you can. It's just a bit of fun, be playful with it. So open up that left arm to a T shape. And then as you exhale, thread it underneath your right shoulder, coming down into thread the needle. We do this normally with both knees on the mat, but today we're keeping that challenge to balance with the right leg extended. Of course, you can set it down if you need to. Take some full breaths into the belly, into the space where you feel the twist. And then from there, you can unwind, come out to that T position, find that balance, and then set your left hand back down. Finding even more strength here, pull your belly towards your spine, your lower rib cage in, and reach back for your right foot now with your left hand. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you feel ready and open in the front of the body, you can lift into a tiger position, kicking your foot into your hand, lifting your heart forwards, lifting your gaze maybe. Find that control. Take an inhale And exhale, come out of the pose. And before we do the other side, we'll just take a child's pose, sink your bottom back to your heels, and then bow your head down. Let your forehead come all the way to the mat. And take some deep breaths into your belly, letting the lower back round, creating space in the back with your breath. And I'm keeping my head up here so you can hear me, but you can completely relax your head down and lengthen the back of the neck out. Good, now from here, draw yourself back upright and we'll try the other side. So now your left leg will go back behind you, either just resting the toes on the mat or lifting. Try not to tilt your hips open. You'll have a lot more control if you can square the hips in the middle and even flex your foot to be more active. When you've found your balance, reach up and out with your right fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, thread the needle underneath. Keep that control and come down into your thread the needle position, feeling that stretch, reaching back with that left foot. Breathing into the space where you feel the twist. Breathe more energy into your upper back. And then press into your left hand and unwind. Open it out to that T shape once again. And then bring it down to the middle. Take a little rest in between if you need, or if you're ready to move straight on, reach back for your left foot. Inside or outside of the foot is okay. And then kick up, foot into the hand, hand into the foot. Lift your heart into that tiger position. Pull your belly to your spine. And a couple of breaths here. Good, and then release out of the pose when you're ready. And taking another back bend here to really energize and open up the heart. Reach your hands forward, keep your hips over your knees and start to sink your chest down for puppy pose. Anahatasana, the heart opening pose. So really think of that heart opening towards the ground. And when you reach that point where your chest can't open it anymore, you can tuck your chin and have your forehead on the mat. Or if you're really opening the chest and the upper back, you can bring your chin and chest down to the floor. Take some deep breaths here. Good, and then from your puppy pose, rise back up to tabletop and tuck the toes under. Now we're going to move sweetly into downward facing dog. Start to lift your hips high and tuck your chin so the back of the neck is really long. If you need to have a bend in the knees, then take it. You don't need to have the legs straight. You can walk the feet wider apart if that feels better for you. And just find that stillness again in your downward dog. Push into both palms and the whole of each finger. Push the floor away with the shoulders. And find deep breaths into the sides of the body. At any point, you can come back to your child's pose now. Or if it feels really good, stay in your downward dog. From here, roll forward to a high plank position. You can bring your knees down if that high plank is too much. Otherwise, stay up in your full plank and then drop your hips down for a floating up dog on the toes. Really keep your thighs active so your lower back isn't taking too much weight. And then lift your hips up and back for that downward dog again. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, roll forward, open up the heart space. Exhale, push it back, downward dog. And last one. Good. And then when you reach that downward dog, walk your feet forward a few little steps to the top edge of the mat. And then when you reach that forward fold, just hang the body heavy. You can grab opposite elbows or just let the arms hang. And take a little sway side to side. Really release out the whole back chain of the body. And from here, slowly begin to roll up to standing, one vertebra at a time, leaving the head till last. And when you reach standing, step to the top of your mat. A couple of standing positions here. So start by stepping your right foot back. Find your balance to be in a high lunge. If you're a beginner or you're feeling a bit tired today, you can bring your back knee down and do this in a low lunge. If you want to build a bit more strength, then stay up in this high lunge. And we're going to make some big circles with the upper body. So sweep your arms forward and up and then back, and keep breathing. 2 more. Last one. Reach up. And then from here, bow your body forward over that front leg and bring the fingertips to the mat for pyramid pose. So now step your back foot forward so you can ground the heel at an angle. And you're folding your body forward over that front leg. In pyramid, our legs are straight, but if your hamstrings are tight, you can have a slight bend in the knee. Just make sure it's a stretch down the back of that left leg, the front leg. And slightly feel like you're drawing your right hip forward and your left hip back. If you feel really balanced here, you can bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, let the weight of the arms bring your body lower towards that front leg. A couple more breaths here. Balance into your feet. And then rise up to standing once again and step forward to the top edge of the mat. Well done. So now moving on to the other side. When you're ready, step your left foot back into that high lunge or a low lunge if you're taking that option. With an inhale, sweep your arms up. And then we'll start those circles. So again, you can do this with your back knee down or your back knee up, and we're circling out those arms, sweeping the body forward and then opening it up. Last one. And then bring the fingers down. Begin to straighten that front leg as you hop the back foot forward slightly and bow over that front leg for pyramid pose. Feel like you're squaring the hips. Feel that stretch in the back of the right leg, the front leg. And then even find your balance here. Reach the arms back behind like we did before on the other side. Stretch out the shoulders. And then bring the fingertips down and step your back foot forward. Come into a little toe stand on the balls of the feet and then sit yourself down back to the mat. Just beginning to wind down now. So stretch your right leg out. Bring the sole of your left foot inside your right thigh. Take an inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, start to hinge forward towards that extended leg. You don't need to have this leg straight. It can be a little bit bent. Try to feel like you're bringing your belly to your thigh. So do what you need to do to get there. If you're very open in the backs of the legs now, you can reach for your foot, but don't be pulling on the foot and rounding the back. Feel like your body is hugging onto that leg, and then you reach the foot because your hands are close enough to do so. And then you can bow your head down and just really go inward again. Breathe more space into your back. Feel this amazing release in your lower back. And then gently bring yourself upright and switch sides. So your right foot comes inside your left thigh now. And inhale, grow tall. Exhale, start to hinge forward, fold over that front leg. And just find your breath there. Maybe reaching for that foot again if that feels good to you, or just taking it really softly, even maybe staying up in an upright position if that's enough of a stretch for you. Couple more full slow breaths in this position. And then when you're ready, bring yourself gently and sweetly up and take the legs out in front of you. Roll slowly down through the spine. Even for a short practice, it's so important to take savasana just to really let the body absorb what we've done, to give yourself the gift of stillness for a minute or so. So really relax your body into the floor now and just take this moment to be still. Now from your corpse position, just roll yourself gently over to one side and rest your head on your hands for a moment. Take a deeper breath here. And then gently push yourself up sideways to a seated position. And then when you get to that seated position, bring your hands to heart center, bow your head. Thank yourself for showing up today. Thank yourself for practicing yoga. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're feeling so refreshed and softly energized from this practice. If you liked it, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button next to the subscribe button so you never miss a video. I hope you have the most beautiful day, and I will see you in the next one.